Okay, so like I said, this is December 12th, 2011. Everything you do benefits this dark matter being. Originally, I called it a water being because I wanted people to, generally look at that and go, oh, well, this guy's crazy, blah, blah, blah. But doctors sent their patients to me for help with arthritis. Okay? That's how much respect I have, or had at one time, with biological advice. And I was helping quite a number of people, including some well known movie stars. And the sad part about giving advice to people, when you know so much about how the biology of the human race works, is that people are used to their bad habits. They'll continue doing their bad habits. This includes when you go to somebody and you tell them, I've discovered a new theory or a new fact. And people go, yeah, 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 yeah. They don't believe it. They only believe it when the news media is, hounding the person. Like, for instance, when Einstein first came to the United States, the media was all over him, man. Oh, and they were, and he was always in and out of the papers now and then, and this is what they do. This is why people are they carry a lot of bad habits with them. Anyway, so the ideas that we have, that all humans have had, about freedom and liberty and wars, these are all, how would I call it, Im, Im, how would I think, embedded is the best word. They're embedded. Your DNA is embedded with information that goes back a long time. And if you check my other 3 videos, they explain to you just how long the DNA is. And that even though you've mapped the genome, the DNA genome, that doesn't mean you've interpreted all the signals. The signals are infinite. It's what did I say it was? It's 55 billion 880 million miles long of embedded information. And one of those cells, it would take you 2 years just to look at all the barcodes in that cell. That 1 second every day, 8 hours a day, for a whole 2 years. That doesn't mean that you can stop and investigate just one of those embedded informations. The information is almost infinite compared to how much time we'd have to be able to research all that. So you can't research even one human Homo sapien being. Now, where did all that information come from? Scientists have all kinds of theories, and you have well-known scientists, you have Stephen Hawking, you have all these people that give you their theories. But they're only theories until you can prove them. Like I said in my other video a minute ago, no one's ever frozen an atom. You can freeze water, but the atoms are still moving in there because you haven't gotten to absolute zero, which is 457 Fahrenheit, 0 degrees, negative 457. They haven't gotten to that. There is somebody that's trying to freeze atoms, and you can only freeze certain atoms. Certain atoms cannot be frozen. They're freezing on one internet thing. There's a guy who's trying to do it with traps, freezing an atom, then moving it into another trap, and so on. At least that's what they call it. But regardless of what they call it, you haven't frozen an atom yet. And you haven't been able to explain the 5 things I've mentioned to you. I'd like to see a realist take all 5 of those and really explain it so that they can discredit me. But you know what? They can't discredit me. Nobody can discredit me because it's not my research, it's someone else's research. I just simply put the puzzle pieces together that man does all the time. That's how they got all this technology, putting pieces together that from embedded information out of your DNA. Your DNA is alive. It's capable of chemical reactions, not electronic reactions, not the way a computer does, chemical reactions. And you all have that ability, and yet you sit there and put me down, and not that many people have contacted me. Only very few people. If you want to display your anger at someone, don't watch my video. Go tell it to Obama or the other idiots, the real idiots, the ones that really do need meds, the ones that really are nut jobs. They're the ones that are practicing over and over again, doing the same thing over and over again and thinking it'll get them different results. It won't. That's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again thinking you'll one day get different results. You're not going to. These people are inept. They're dumb. They're stupid. Oh, whatever good they try to do doesn't really pan out. Anyway, so as a presidential candidate, I'm not going to get heard. The media and the government is in control of your life. The Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the International Monetary Fund. It's so much noise, nobody wants to hear it. They just want to go home, eat their popcorn, watch their TV, take care of their animals, do this, do that. Heck, they treat animals better than they do humans. And man, that's probably a very good point, because humans don't deserve to be taken care of because they're such stupid animals. No, excuse me. They're not animals, they're creatures. Animals at least have some kind of sympathy. Humans don't. They know how to selectively say, oh, I'm only going to give sympathy to that person or to that country. You're all full of it. And the sad part about this is that if my hypothesis is correct, that we're living in a universe that is alive, that this dark matter being is everywhere, then it is monopolizing on everything we do. Remember what I said about the Star Trek episode? Go see the Day of the Dove and compare that to what I'm telling you, that if this dark matter being is in fact wool hats to make your head itch. If this being really is being manipulative of all of us, then it behooves us all to listen to one person. One person, I say, bring monarchy back, kick these jerks out. I told you what I'd do if I was emperor of this country, for real, in the physical sense, in control of the military, in control of the banks, in control of all of it. I guarantee you I will make an amendment immediately that shows the people of this country how to overthrow the country. And every other country in the world will do the same thing. You know why? Because what I'm telling you makes sense. How to overthrow your country nonviolently. How to do it in a way that you can better the country. Not continue doing the same thing. Look, go outside your door and look. The siren's always going off. The cities are overloaded with people. I mean, I could go on talking for, God, decades about you. You're the ones responsible for all of this. You pay the taxes. It's your collective, not mine. You've no right to keep me prisoner. The only way I can leave the planet is to kill myself. You're the ones that have hurt my life. You're a collective. And instead of doing something about it, instead of saying, maybe Caesar's right, maybe we should just pick one person and listen to him, maybe our lives would get better listen to one person. I mean, if doctors were sending their patients to me, my God, I must be doing something right. And the only reason that there wasn't a huge success pattern that was developing was because people are lazy. They think, okay, take MSM, take cetomorostoliate, take, and they do it for a week or two, and then I don't feel anything anymore. I'm not giving you consultation to take a drug that affects you or gives you a high. I'm giving you something that keeps you healthy. Duh! So anyway, so you people sit there and you criticize me when you haven't even met me. You haven't lived with me. I love it, and I'm being sarcastic. I love it when doctors, they send you to a doctor because they think you're crazy. And the doctor, less than 5 minutes, says, oh, he's bipolar, or she's crazy. She's schizophrenic, and he's bipolar, and they have issues. You go, how can you tell if you haven't lived with the person for at least a week? They make a diagnosis in less than, what, an hour? If anybody needs to be diagnosed, it's the psychiatrist that makes that kind of diagnosis in less than a few minutes or an hour without really getting to know the person to find out what and where all their problems are coming from. Are they depression? I suffer from situational depression because I've been kept here prisoner in the United States. I hate this country. I don't think any other country is going to treat me any better until I go there and I live there among the people, and the people start treating me differently than what I've been treated here. They don't take my cars, they don't take my boats, they don't take my possessions. Here, that's what they've done. Why have they done it? Maybe the dark matter creature is responsible for it. We can blame it all on the dark matter creature, the water being, that people are so afraid of change, and in my case it would be good change, that they're going to slap down anybody, criticize someone, because one, they either don't understand them, or two, they're too lazy to understand them, or three, they don't, if I give them suggestions, when I gave my diagnoses to people about their arthritis or colitis or any of the problems that they had, they didn't stick to the program. And instead of the city of Los Angeles helping me to leave the city and build my own place in Colorado on 40 acres, they trapped me here. They took all my cars, my boats, because I wasn't complying with their crappy, lousy, stinking zoning laws or whatever it was they were trying to throw at me. These people came into my life and obstructed my life. I didn't do anything to anybody, and I certainly didn't do anything bad enough that deserved me to be treated worse than Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler deserves to be treated the way I've been treated, not me. So of course I hate this country. Of course I hate all of you. Everybody, no matter rich or poor, no matter who you are, I hate all of you equally because you pay taxes. You support this crappy, lousy, stinking flag. I have every flag destroyed. That American flag has no business flying over a country that is a hypocrite that doesn't stand for liberty without killing some child somewhere. You are all evil. Obama, the Democrats, the Republicans, the independent parties, I don't care who you are, you're all evil. And until someone steps into complete absolute power and sets it correct, it's the only way you're going to change it. So I see that my life will just end, and maybe someday, 1,000 years from now, somebody will say, you had the right person. He was there. He was talking on YouTube. He was trying to implore you. He was pleading with you. Why are you harming him? Why are you taking his possessions? Why have you done this to him? Why have you impeded his life? Why have you picked him up and pulled him out from the roots and threw him someplace else where he goes through transplant shock? Like what happens when you pull a plant out of one place and put him someplace else? This is what your society has done to me. It's your society. It has never been mine. Brought up in a dysfunctional family. My older twin, the same thing happened to him. Brought up in a dysfunctional family. Had nothing but issue problems here, there, and everywhere. Most of the problems we have are from outside sources. And yes, people can blame other people for their problems or their misgivings or situations that they could not control. That's why they call it situational depression. I can't change my situation unless I have millions and millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, something so that I can at least pull up my own roots and leave of my own free will. But is there free will? No, there isn't. You people are all interfering in each other's lives, thinking that you're all working together like the Borg on Star Trek, working together to make a working society. The society doesn't work. A truly advanced society does not have police on the street. You know why? Because nobody's breaking the law. Because there are no laws to be broken, because everybody knows how to act, because everybody's equally educated in the right direction. Well, that's all I'm going to say today. It's 14 minutes and 49 seconds into it. I could say more and spin my yarns of philosophy, but nobody cares. Nobody's going to elect me president or governor or mayor or or emperor of a country. See you later.